What is this all about? It's about decorating human beings. Particularly, we often want to decorate women in clothing. And this has been going on since the time of Egypt. We can see it in cave drawings. Okay? We even decorate the dead. Okay? You know, I want to put him in a perfect suit. We want to put Zayda in a perfect suit. You know what I'm saying? I want him to look handsome.
Solo voy con mi pena, sola va mi condena. Correré mi destino para burlar la ley.
We're doing things absolutely differently here at American Apparel. What should we call it? We're not using the sweatshop system. We're out of it completely. It's called sweatshop free. 98% of apparel in the United States is no longer made in the United States, and I heard similar statistics for Canada. The clothing wasn't made in Scandinavia. It wasn't made in Zurich, where the minimum wage is 21 Swiss francs per hour. Most of the apparel was made in environments where people were making under 50 cents an hour. By the way, we're paying an Americanized wage above $10 an hour to our workers that manufactured this garment that you're buying. Everybody was driving on the highway, and we just, put it into third gear and just took off to the right. And it was profitable.
Chiquilla, te quiero. Vas a ser mi dulce niña.
Freedom of mobility is critical. That's part of what Legalize LA is too. The right to do business anywhere you want to do business, including selling one's labor. I don't think any government has the right to restrict that. They might set what price your labor can be sold to protect you, but they can't say, no, you can't. The way they spoke about the Irish in 1836 is the way they speak about the Mexicans today in Los Angeles. And it turns out that the whole city's divided over it, and it turns out that the mayor's frightened of the issue, but he knows it. And the president's frightened of the issue, he knows it, but can't do much about it. And people deal with the issue of immigration in a superficial manner, and the xenophobia gets in there. I think it was my right as a Canadian man, or a man of any country, to walk in the United States and exploit the opportunities before me. Isn't that what Ronald Reagan was all about? The Cold War was all about? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall? New York's my town. Fuck off. It's mine. I feel I have the right to be here every day. When I first tried to get a census in my factory as to how many children each person had, they wouldn't tell me. We needed a census because I was trying to get medical insurance that had never really been done at the cut and sew level. I had to personally sit down with workers and say, look, I need to know how many kids you have, okay? I don't care. And then even when their kids were born in the USA, they didn't want to tell me. Workers with a real solid green card, like I'm positive it's solid, still didn't want to give me the information. There's just a fear, a lack of understanding. They don't know. The government doesn't publish what's punishable and what's not punishable, so they just close the door and be safe. If I'm afraid of becoming not ahead of the curve, you're damn right I'm afraid of that. That's why I work every day. That's why I photograph my own garments. That's why I'm concerned about color and design and lighting in my stores. And I study all kinds of light bulbs. You want to see a crazy light bulb? I'll show you a crazy light bulb. This is a crazy light bulb. Now, I've never seen anybody use this in a store. So I want to use this. I want this to pop out of the ceiling in my stores. Bam, look at that. It's cool. Here, you want to see a crazy light bulb? Here's a converter. Here, you see this? This is a hip bulb. This goes from 110 to 220. All right, let's see if we're going to blow up the circuitry here. Okay? Whoa! This is crazy. You know what I mean? Interesting. So I think about this shit. I collect bulbs. I go to common stores in a variety of countries. You know the bulbs in Montreal, sometimes you find a bulb you couldn't find in the States. Look at how cool that light is. It's 6,400 kelvins. You have to adjust your camera. Okay, so to the extent that no one's at the Gap that gives a fuck. Okay? No, I don't want to become that way. He's a sexist. You know, I'm not like concerned about that. I had like some people throw some mud at me, you know, but they were self-interested to start with. He's sexist, and by the way, I'd like him to write me a check, because he's sexist. And could you please write me a check for $100,000? There's too many women that are involved in my company and that contribute and are passionate about my aesthetic for me to believe the criticism. So there's something to the fashion business. Is sexuality related to it? Yeah. Are we exploiting sexuality or are we celebrating sexuality? It's a fine line.
Oh yeah, you're pretty good looking for a girl, but your back is so broken.
Well, you know what the ad campaign is about, basically. It's like a realistic portrayal of metropolitan adult life.
Oh yeah, you're pretty good looking.
You know what? You could take a 14-year-old, paint her up, and throw her into Vogue, you know, British Vogue, or you know, even topless in Europe, right? And they won't say a thing about it. The 14-year-old, they pluck her eyebrows. You know, she looks like a 40-year-old at a bat mitzvah. Il était une fois. You know, like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, you know, they're authentic. So, what are they scared about? But then people love the ad campaign for the most part. I like the mornings in LA. It's always a bright morning. You know what I mean? Oh, what I love about LA, and it's a contrast to being in the Jewish community in Montreal. The Jewish community in Montreal, it's like, he made a lot of money. In LA, it's, he made a lot of money. You know, like they're excited about it. You know, yeah, he made a score, man. He pulled down $100 million. He made this film. He's running Paramount. He's the new god in town. You know, we should go to his party and go check it out. In Montreal, it's like, he's so crass. Hey, are you wearing my t-shirt? Yeah. It's good. Did it shrink to organic?
Yeah, good.
Oh, you went for the organic?
Yeah,
You're such
yeah.
a PC schmageg.
You think I have a PC schmageg?
PC.